How to be the best holy priest ever. Okay, so I'm going to let you in on a little secret you might not know about holy priests. They can DPS, and they can DPS pretty well. A holy priest DPS is actually better than all other DPS specs, but most people think that since it's a healing spec, that it doesn't pull competitive DPS. Well, it does, and I'll show you how. First off, you're going to need the correct DPS talents. There are only 3 talents that affect your DPS, and you need to take at least 2 of them if you want to be competitive. The first one is Mindbender. The other 2 talents do not increase your DPS at all. Mindbender does not hit as hard as Shadow Fiend, but you can use 3 Mindbenders in the span of 1 Shadow Fiend. In the video, the 2 Fiends damage, the Shadow Fiend only hit harder by 10k, and considering how often you use Mindbender, it's the clear choice. The second talent you need is Power Infusion. Now, Twisted Fate does increase your damage and is good on some fights, but Power Infusion allows a more consistent damage boost throughout. The last tier talents, Halo does the most damage of the 3, but drains your mana like you wouldn't believe, because of how you reforge for Holy. So I take Cascade since it's the second best choice and does not require any kind of weird positioning to use. And for glyphs, you need to take Glyph of Smite. It increases your damage of Smite if Holy Fire is on the target, and Smite is more than half of your damage. The other 2 I take is the longer range on Smite and Holy Fire, since for some reason they're only at 30 yards and you need to have a glyph to increase it to 40, and the Lightspring Cliff, so it looks like I'm actually healing. For reforging, Spirit does nothing for you, so get rid of all of it. Mastery does nothing for you either, so it's all haste and crit, since more than half your damage will come from Smite, and since Smite is only a 1.5 second cast, it's very easy to hit the GCD cap during a Lust or Power Infusion. So for that reason alone, prioritize crit over haste. Now, make sure to put on DPS trinkets. You only want crit, haste, and intellect, so the Dark Moon trinket is a great choice, since it gives you int and procs int. Try not to go for haste proc, since the proc will push you over the GCD cap. The rotation is extremely simple. Make sure to have up Inner Fire and your Chastise chakra, since this is what allows Holy Priest to DPS. Start off with your cooldowns, make sure Mindbender is popped before Power Infusion, then Shadow Word Pain, Holy Fire, and Smite, Smite, Smite. Do not actually use your Chastise ability. Its damage is terrible and not worth the GCD. When the target falls below 20% health, just add Shadow Word Death to your rotation. This is without a doubt the second easiest DPS spec in the game, as you only have to press 3 buttons and pop 2 cooldowns. The first easiest, of course, goes to Ellie Shamans. I mean, nothing can be as easy as that.